The two wings of love, why many marriages fall. Love is like a bird. A bird does not fly with one wing. It needs two. Because flight is not just about strength. It is about balance. It is about both wings moving together. Supporting each other. Responding to each other. In marriage, those two wings are love and respect. Love alone is not enough. Because love can feel deeply, but still fail to sustain. Respect alone is not enough. Because respect can create order. But without love, it becomes cold. Love gives life to the relationship. Respect protects the relationship. If one wing is broken, the bird will not rise. It will try. It will struggle. It may even lift for a moment. But without balance, it will fall. That is the reality of many marriages. They are not falling because love never existed. They are falling because one wing stopped working. Why love falls when respect leaves? Many people say, love died in our marriage. But that is not the full truth. It is only the visible part of a deeper problem. Love rarely dies first. Respect leaves first. Respect does not disappear suddenly. It fades. Quietly. Gradually. In ways that seem small at first, but become powerful over time. And when respect leaves, words become sharp. Words that once built begin to break. Words that once comforted begin to hurt. Not because love is gone, but because honor is gone. Tone becomes heavy. The voice changes. Gentleness is replaced with frustration. Kindness is replaced with irritation. And even simple conversations begin to feel like conflict. Honor disappears. The value once seen in each other begins to fade. Appreciation becomes rare. Recognition becomes limited. And what was once special begins to feel ordinary. Listening stops. Not because there is nothing to say, but because the desire to understand has been replaced by the need to respond. People begin to hear words, but they no longer hear the heart. And slowly, without noise, without announcement, something begins to change. Then love has no place to sit. Love needs a place. Love needs an environment. Love needs a space where it is welcomed, where it is honored, where it is safe. But when respect is gone, that place disappears. Love is not comfortable. Where respect is absent, it cannot rest. It cannot grow. It cannot express itself freely. So love does not die because it is weak. Love dies because it is displaced. It is pushed out. By words. By tone. By attitudes. By neglect. Love tries to remain. It tries to adjust. It tries to survive. But without respect, it has nowhere to stay. And what has no place to stay will not remain. Love needs a place to rest. Love is powerful, but it needs an environment. Love is not just a feeling. It is something that must be sustained, protected, maintained. Just like a king needs a throne, love needs a place to sit. Without a throne, a king still exists, but he cannot function in authority. In the same way, love can still exist, but without the right environment, it cannot function fully. That place where love rests is respect. A space where words are careful. A space where value is preserved. Honor. A place where each person is recognized, appreciated, and treated with dignity. Understanding. A willingness to listen, to learn, to see beyond oneself. Patience. The ability to endure, to grow, to give time for change and maturity. When these are present, love feels safe. Love feels stable. Love feels at home. But when these are missing, love becomes like a visitor without a home. It may come. It may stay for a moment. It may try to remain. But a visitor without a home does not stay long. Because no matter how strong love is, it cannot live in a place where it is not supported. Love needs a place. And that place must be built intentionally, daily, carefully. Because when love has a place to rest, it grows, it strengthens, it remains. Marriage is the union of two worlds. When two people marry, something deep happens. Two worlds come together. Two backgrounds. Each person comes from a different place, with different experiences, different teachings, different environments that shaped who they are. Two ways of thinking. What seems normal to one may feel strange to the other. What one considers right may not be the same for the other. Two cultures, ways of speaking, ways of responding, ways of expressing love and respect. All of these may be different. Two habits, daily routines, personal behaviors, things done without thinking. These habits do not disappear when marriage begins. They enter the relationship. Two histories, past experiences, past wounds, past victories, past disappointments. All of these follow each person into marriage. Marriage is not just love. It is integration. It is the process of bringing two different worlds and making them function as one. But many people make a mistake. They get married, but they never unite their worlds. They share a house, but not a life. They share space, but not understanding. They share presence, but not connection. They live together, but they remain separate inside. And when two people remain separate inside, there will always be tension. There will always be misunderstanding. There will always be conflict. Because unity was never built. That is where conflict begins. Not in the big things first, but in the absence of true union. Unity is not automatic, it is built. Becoming one is not a feeling. It is a process. Feelings can bring people together, but they cannot keep people united. Unity does not happen automatically. Because two people love each other. It must be created. It must be built. And that process requires patience, the ability to give time, to grow together, to allow understanding to develop, humility, the willingness to accept that you are not always right, the openness to learn, to change, to grow, intentional effort. Unity does not happen by accident. It happens when both people decide to work on it daily. You must learn each other. Learn how your partner thinks. Learn what matters to them. Learn how they feel. Even when they do not say it clearly. You must adjust. Not everything you bring into marriage will work in marriage. Some things must change. Some habits must be corrected. Some attitudes must be refined. You must sometimes let go of your way to create our way. Because as long as there is only my way and your way, there will always be division. But when our way is created, unity begins. And where there is unity, peace can grow. The agriculture principle of marriage. Marriage is like a field. A field does not produce fruit automatically. It responds to process. You cannot plant a seed today and expect fruit tomorrow. That is not how life works. That is not how growth works. Everything that grows follows a process. Before planting, there is preparation. clearing the ground, removing what should not be there, old patterns, negative attitudes, unhealthy habits, removing stones, things that block growth, pride, unforgiveness, past pain, preparing the soil, softening the heart, creating an environment where growth is possible. Then comes planting, sowing the right seeds, words of kindness, actions of love, decisions of respect. Then comes watering, consistent care, daily attention, not occasional effort, but continuous investment. Then comes protection, guarding what has been planted, protecting the relationship from damage, from neglect, from outside influence. Then comes waiting, a season where results are not immediate, a time where patience is required, a time where faith in the process is tested. Then comes growth, slow at first, almost invisible, but real. Then comes fruit, the result of everything that was done before, the evidence of patience, the reward of consistency. Marriage follows the same principle. If you skip the process, you will miss the fruit. If you ignore the work, you will not see the harvest. But if you follow the process faithfully, step by step, day by day, your marriage will not only survive, it will grow and produce fruit. Marriage follows the same process. Preparation, learning each other. Planting, commitment and covenant. Watering, daily love and respect. Protection, guarding the relationship. Patience, allowing growth. Harvest, enjoying the fruit. Many people want fruit, but they avoid the process. Love is not occasional, it is daily. Many people misunderstand love. They think love is saying I love you, giving gifts, kissing in public, celebrating Valentine's Day. These are expressions of love, but they are not the foundation. Real love is daily practice. Speaking with respect, listening with patience, forgiving quickly, serving one another, choosing peace over pride. A farmer does not water crops once a year. He waters them daily. Marriage must be watered daily. Small things destroy great love. Many marriages do not collapse suddenly. They weaken slowly, like a rope that begins to fray thread by thread. A disrespectful word today, ignored feelings tomorrow, unresolved conflict next week. Small things accumulate, and what was once strong becomes fragile. Never ignore small things, because what you ignore today can destroy what you value tomorrow. Marriage does not break overnight. People say, it just happened. No, it did not just happen. It was happening quietly, in silence, in neglect, in small daily choices, until one day, the visible collapse appears. But the damage was already done long before. The power to repair still exists. Here is the hope. The same heart that built the connection can rebuild it. Respect can be restored. Love can rise again. Unity can be rebuilt. But it requires humility, truth, effort, commitment. The final truth: marriage is not built by big romantic speeches, kissing on the road as we see, moments that look beautiful in public, but do not always reflect what is happening in private. Public displays, what people show outside, is not always what sustains what is inside. A relationship is not strengthened by what others see, but by what is practiced daily. When no one is watching, occasional affection, Love that appears only at certain times. Only on special days. Only when emotions are high. Is not strong enough to sustain a marriage. Because what is occasional cannot carry what is permanent. Marriage is not built on moments. It is built on consistency. Marriage is built by daily discipline. Discipline to choose what is right, even when it is not easy. Discipline to control words. To manage emotions. To respond with wisdom instead of reaction. Daily respect. Respect in tone. Respect in words. Respect in actions. Respect in the way you speak. The way you listen. The way you treat each other. In both private and public. Daily patience. Understanding that growth takes time. Accepting that change is a process. Choosing to endure. To remain calm. Even when things are not perfect. Daily understanding. Making the effort to listen. To learn. To see beyond your own perspective. Seeking not just to be heard, but to truly understand. Daily love. Not just spoken, but practiced. Shown in small actions. Expressed in simple moments. Demonstrated through consistency. Because love is not sustained by what happens once in a while. It is sustained by what happens every day. The truth is simple. What you do daily is what builds your marriage. What you ignore daily is what weakens it. Strong marriages are not created by big moments alone. They are built by small, consistent actions, repeated over time. And when discipline becomes your lifestyle, respect becomes your language, patience becomes your strength, understanding becomes your connection, and love becomes your daily practice, your marriage will stand. Final declaration. Love is a bird. Respect is its wing. If respect remains, love will rise. If respect leaves, love will fall. So protect respect. Guard it. Nurture it. Because when respect lives, love will never lack a place to stay.